Thank you for watching another episode of Devar Malchus from the second day of Shavous 5751. Royal Words by the Lubavitcher Rebbe on the topic, New Torah Insights will come from me on page 33. Among the main innovations that will be in the day of Mashiach as the ruling of the Rambam, that in those days the wisdom, knowledge, and truth will be bountiful, for the king will arise from the descendant of David. King Mashiach will be a greater scholar than Shlomo, and he will be great, a great prophet, close to that of Moshe Rabbeinu, and therefore he will teach Torah to the whole nation and show them the way of Hashem, and therefore the Jewish people will be great scholars and know the hidden matters and grasp the knowledge of their Creator in accordance with the capability of man. And in the words of our sages, based on the verse, for Torah will come from me, written in the promise of the redemption, a new Torah will come from me, not a different Torah, heaven forbid. Rather, innovative Torah insights will come from me. In the future, Hashem will sit and teach new Torah insights that he will give through Mashiach. And we may say that this phenomenon is alluded to the words of the Rambam, that the King Mashiach will be greater scholar than Shlomo HaMelech and a greater prophet, and therefore he will teach all the nation. And for since he is a prophet, therefore the new Torah insights that will come from me will be revealed to him, and he will teach it to the whole nation. And regarding the meaning of the phenomenon of the new Torah insights in the time to come, there are two explanation aspects: the innovation and the revelation, the reason of the secret of the Torah, as it is said in the Yerushalayim. Therefore, all the matters that are sealed, all the matters that one seals their mouth regarding them, we seal the lips regarding them and close the mouth, and they are not to be revealed. And it says, pour to me from the kisses of his mouth, and these matters will be revealed in the new Torah insights. In the time to come, we are promised by Hashem that he will appear again to them to explain them its secret reason and hidden treasures, as we find in a number of places. The Mashiach will teach the hidden aspects of the Torah to the whole nation. And innovation also in the laws of Torah, as it says in the Midrash regarding the Leviathan and the Shora Bor, wild ox, holy, or how are they slaughtered? The wild ox stabs the Leviathan with its horns and rips it, and Leviathan stabs the wild ox with its fins and tears off its head. Is this a kosher slaughtering? Did we then not learn all can slaughter, and with anything you can slaughter, and always you slaughter besides for a harvesting sickle, a saw, and a teeth, because they choke the animal. Said Hashem, new Torah will come from me, namely an innovative Torah insight will come from me, an innovation, insight in the laws of Torah and the type of slaughtering that will be kosher. Now, we must understand it's clear and explicitly written in the Torah that it is a command that applies forever and for all eternity. It has no change, no decreasing or adding to it. As the verse says, everything that I am commanding you, you shall guard to do it, not to add to it, and not to decrease from it. And it says that the revealed matters are for us and our children forever, to do the word of the Torah. Indeed, we see that we are commanded to do all the words of the Torah forever. And so it says a law forever for your generations, as it says, is not in heaven. Indeed, we have clear that a prophet is not permitted to innovate anything new. And based on this, explanation is necessary regarding the phenomenon of the new Torah insights will come from me, given over by Mashiach, who is a great prophet. There is a rule that it is not in heaven, and a prophet is not permitted to innovate anything. And more specifically, both regarding the revelation of the reasons and secrets of the Torah, as well as the most certainly regarding the innovation of the laws of Torah, regarding the revelation of the reasons and secrets of the Torah, being that these reasons and secrets are not being revealed through the study and toil in the four forms of study, the simple meaning by way of hint, exposition, and secret symbolism of the Torah. Rather, through phenomena of new Torah insights will come forth from me, given over by Mashiach, who is a great prophet, and seemingly in the category of prophecy and not in the category of Torah. And regarding the innovation in the day of in the laws of the Torah, being that it is clearly written in the Torah that the slaughtering with a nickel knife is not kosher, how is it possible that in time to come this slaughtering will be permitted? The opposite of the rule that the Torah has no change. All the words of the Torah are commanded to do them forever. And so he says a law forever and all your generations, and it says it is not in heaven. And we will understand that by way of preference, the explanation regarding novel Torah insights in the present time, as the words of our sages, all that a veteran student will innovate was given to Moshe from Sinai will innovate. Specifically, the innovation of the veteran student, and together with this was given to Moshe from Sinai. and the giving of the Torah. Moshe was given the rules of the Torah, which through them we know how to find insight in laws and analyze them with questions and answers to reach the depth, the reason of the law, and to understand one's matter from another and compare to another, and to innovate new laws, and likewise in the Agadic exposition to comprehend from them a lesson in knowing Hashem for most of the secrets of the Torah and the wisdom of the Kabbalah and the knowledge of Hashem are hidden in the Agadic passages, and therefore from the perspective of the fact that the veteran student toiled with his mind to find and reveal this based on the rules of Torah, it is his novel insight, and from perspective of the fact that the finding and revelation of the Hasidic novel insight was using the rules of the Torah that were given to Moshe on Sinai. Indeed, it is included in the hidden way in the Torah that was given to Moshe from Sinai. And likewise, we may say regarding the novel Torah insights that they will be revealed in the time to come, that a giving of the Torah, which was a one-time occurrence, for there will never be a second giving of the Torah. Literally, all matters of the Torah were given. Also, the matters of the novel Torah insights that will come forth from me, which will be revealed through Mashiach, the reason and secrets of the Torah, which will be given complete with its secret reason and hidden treasures to Moshe from Sinai, and are included in a hidden way in the Torah that was given to Moshe from Sinai, only that there is an essential difference between the novel insights that are revealed in the veteran student in the present time and the novel Torah insights that will be revealed in the time to come. The novel Torah insights that are revealed in the present time, being that they are revealed through toiling with the limited mind of the veteran student, is understood that even before they were revealed, while they were hidden, they were included in the Torah, such as a person that had the ability to find them and reveal them, from being hidden to being revealed, hidden however it exists. Wherever the novel Torah insights that will be revealed in the time to come, since it is not the ability of a person, a veteran student, to reveal them, rather only by Hashem himself. Novel Torah insights will come forth from me. It is understood that they are being part of the Torah as such that they are concealed completely and are beyond revelation, hidden to the degree that it is non-existent, and therefore their revelation by Hashem in the time to come is categorized as novel Torah insights, truly immeasurable to the Torah of the present, as the words of our sages. Torah that a person learned in the present time is not in comparison to the Torah insights of Mashiach. And based on this, it's understood that the revelation of the novel Torah insights that will become forth from me, given over by Mashiach, who is a great prophet in part, and it is incorporated in the Torah that was given to Moshe from Sinai, that has no change. It is not in heaven, and a prophet is not permitted to innovate anything. Regarding the revelation of the reason and secrets of the Torah by Hashem will come forth from me, although the level of the Torah that is not capable of being revealed by man, rather only by Hashem himself, from me is completely beyond human intellect, and the Torah is not in heaven. Indeed, therefore, says novel Torah insights will come forth, literally come out from me, come out specifically, and not will be given, or the like, that it will leave heaven from me and descend below to earth in the comprehension of the human intellect. And when we say that the leaving of heaven will come from me to descend below to the earth, is emphasized in the revelation of the novel Torah insights through the King Mashiach, which, although he is a great prophet, he will also be a scholar greater than Shlomo, the smartest of all people, and therefore he will teach the whole nation, namely that the novel Torah insights that will be revealed to him through prophecy will be drawn down and clothed also in human understanding, and he will teach the whole nation, who will be great scholars and know the hidden manners and understanding and knowledge of their Creator as humanly possible, namely that also the loftiest matters of the novel Torah insights will be comprehended and internalized in human intellect. And regarding the innovation of the laws of the Torah, the novel insights, as for the reasoning permitting the slaughtering of the wild ox with the fins of the Leviathan, we may possibly say that the laws slaughtering in the Torah, which will stand true also in the time to come, were not said in the first place in reference to this unique situation, to this unique slaughtering. And by way of preference, what the commentaries explain, that the reason permitting the slaughtering is a one-time exception. However, this is seemingly not understood, since this would not be considered a novel Torah insight, for we have learned from the earliest sages of tradition that in every case, if a prophet will tell you to disobey the words of the Torah, listen to him, besides for idol worship, only if it is a directive as a one-time exception. So we may say that the reason permitting the slaughtering of the wild ox with the fins of Leviathan is not an extraordinary or not an ordinary directive. On the other hand, of a one-time exception, rather a novel Torah insight that will come forth from me. The laws of the slaughtering of the Torah were not said about this slaughtering in the first place. And when we say that we find something similar to it also regarding a directive of the one-time exception, as the Rochover writes regarding the direct of the one-time exception of Eliyahu on Mount Carmel, which is inferred for the verse, be careful lest you offer your Olah offering in any place that you see fit. However, you do offer in any place that a prophet will tell you to, just as Eliyahu brought and offered on Mount Carmel. For seemingly why is it necessary to have a special exposition in addition to the general rule of a directive from a one-time exception, which will infer from the verse to tell him you shall listen. Even he tells you to disobey one of the other mitzvahs of the Torah. In all cases, it is a directive of a one-time exception. Listen to him. That the innovation in is this, that it is not considered being slaughtered outside the base of Mikdash at all. Rather, it is considered a kosher offering. Namely, it is not a permitted leeway to transgress the prohibition of slaughtering outside the base of Mikdash. Rather, that in this case, the prohibition of slaughtering outside the base of Mikdash was never said in the first place. And when we say that similar, we will be a novel insight to permit the slaughtering of the wild ox with the fins of the Leviathan, that Hashem will reveal a novel Torah insight, a novel insight that cannot be revealed in the present time by a veteran student, rather only by Hashem, that the laws of slaughtering were originally not said about this slaughtering. And although the innovation insight that cannot be revealed by the veteran student who studies on a base of Torah, of rules of the Torah, rather only by Hashem, is not included in the Torah, for it is not in heaven, we may say that the King Mashiach will be a scholar even greater than Shlomo, will explain and teach the novel Torah insight in the high court in Yerushalayim, as such that he will be accepted and understood in the intellect of the Sanhedrin according to the rules of Torah, and being that they are the essence of the oral Torah and they are the pillars of the rulings from them, the laws is listed to the Jewish people, also the novel Torah insights that will come forth from me and will be like the masters, that they know based on the tradition things that they learned from their understanding, with one of the forms of inference that the Torah is expounded with, and it appears them that the matter is so. And being that these two phenomena, the innovation of the revelation of the reason and the secrets of the Torah, and the novel insights of the law of the Torah, the reason permitting the slaughtering of the wild ox, and with the fins of the Leviathan, there are two explanations of the novel Torah insight. It makes sense to say that there is a connection between them, namely that the innovation of the laws of the Torah is connected and is extended from the revelation of the reason and the secret Torah. The explanation is necessary. What is the connection of the novel Torah insights? The law of slaughtering were not said regarding the slaughtering of a wild ox, and the fins of the Leviathan to the revelation of the reasons and secrets of the Torah, which therefore this innovation will be revealed in the time to come, specifically when novel Torah insights will come forth from me, when its secret reasons and hidden treasures will be revealed. And we may explain by way of preference something similar to above, a change in the law of Torah in the time to come, that in connected to higher level of Torah study regarding the difference in opinion of Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. It says in the Talmud, for 3 years Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel argued. These said the law is like our opinion. These said the law is like our opinion. A voice came from heaven and said, both of you are saying the words of the living God, and the law is like the opinion of Beis Hillel. Now through we take no heed in the voice from heaven, being that the Torah is not in heaven. Indeed, the law is like the opinion of Beis Hillel, since Beis Hillel was the majority and only needed a voice from heaven because Beis Shammai was smarter, sharper. In other words, when the voice from heaven comes to challenge the word of Torah, we take no heed to the voice of heaven, since the Torah is not in heaven. However, when the voice from heaven is coming to settle a doubt, like in the case of the argument of Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel, which the view of the rule follow the majority opinion, the law should be according with Beis Hillel, who are the majority, only that they were unsure about this, since Beis Shammai were smarter than Beis Hillel, as we rely on the voice from heaven, since it is not contracting the rules of the Torah. And by way of preference, the explanation argument in the Torah is in general. It says in the Talmud, the words of the sages are like leading rods, master of groups, given by one shepherd. This refers to the Torah scholars who sit in groups and study Torah. This says it is impure, and this says it's pure. These say it's prohibited, and these say it's permitted. These say it's invalid, and these say it is valid. Least a person say, how will I study Torah now? Therefore it says that they were given by one shepherd. One God gave them. One leader said them before the mouth of the master of all creation. Blessed be he, it says, and Hashem spoke all these words, and it says in the Midrash, for each and every one, he, Hashem, would say to him, Moshe, 49 reasons for it to be impure, and 49 reasons for it to be pure. Moshe said, Hashem, when will we reach a final decision? Hashem said to him, follow the majority opinion. If the majority opinion says it's impure, then it's impure. And if the majority opinion says it's pure, then it's pure. And many of the matters of the Torah, as they are in essence the wisdom of Hashem, can have two opposing views, and both are true. Both are the words of the living God, and the decision in the matter is in accordance with the opinion and understanding of the scholars, the Jewish people, as the opinion of the majority, and they see correct. A judge must follow what his eyes see to be correct, each matter in accordance with its nature. And this is also the explanation of the argument of Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Beis Shammai is stringent and Beis Hillel is lenient in a great amount of matters regarding which they dispute, since in those matters they are the reasons to stay each way and to be strict or lenient. They are inclined in general as such that they are indeed inclined to stringency, and those to leniency innately due to the source of their soul above. And this is the common point of the arguments between them, and the decision of the matter according to the majority opinion. Follow the majority opinion. And when there is a doubt regarding following the decision of the majority, since the minority are smarter, we rely on the voice from heaven. Now this is the rule that the law is according to Beis Hillel, to the extent that the view of Beis Shammai, where it is in contradiction of Beis Hillel, is of no significance. It's only in present time. However, in the time to come, the law will be in according to the opinion of Beis Shammai. And when we say the explanation of this for seemingly being that the law was ruled according to the opinion of Beis Hillel as in the opinion of the majority, how is it possible there will be a change in the law will be like Beis Shammai, the opposite of the rule to follow majority, since the law of the opinion of Beis Shammai will be after the high court of Yerushalayim will assemble to voice their opinion, and the opinion of the majority will be like that of Beis Shammai. And through this it will not be nullified, rather the previous ruling according to Beis Hillel will change, since then the ruling of the majority will be like the ruling of Beis Shammai. And the reason that in the time to come the view of the scholars, the Jewish people, will change and be inclined to the opinion of Beis Shammai, we may say, based on the words of the Talmud, that Beis Shammai is smarter, and that they reached a higher level of wisdom in the Torah than the wisdom of Beis Hillel, only that in the present time in the law, not according to them, being the majority of scholars of the Jewish people, which the law is deciding according with their view, did not reach a level similar to the words of our sages, that they did not set the law according to the opinion of Rabbi Meir, even though there was no one like him in the generation, since his friend could not perceive him clearly. However, in the time to come, when all the Jewish people, most certainly those that will be chosen from all Jewish people to be in the high court in Yerushalayim, will be great scholars. The majority, and maybe all of them, will have the high level of wisdom of Beis Shammai, who are smarter, and therefore they will rule according to the opinion of Beis Shammai as the ruler of the Torah dictates. And so we see in the time to come there will be a change in the law of Torah in accordance with the change in the inclining of human intellect as a result of higher level of Torah study, and through this, instead of the law being like Beis Hillel, and the law will be like Beis Shammai due to and through that there will be an addition in Torah knowledge as the level of Beis Shammai, who are smarter, similar to the reason permitting the slaughtering of the wild ox with the fins of Lubavitcher, when novel Torah insights will come from me. And in explaining the connection of the two mentioned above matters that will be innovative in the time to come, the law like Beis Shammai, who is smarter and permitted in the slaughtering of the wild ox with the fins of Lubavitcher, since a novel Torah insight will come forth from me, we must understand the innovation in the law is like the opinion of the Beis Shammai is more stringent prohibition. What was permitted, the something that it was permitted in the present time, as the opinion of Beis Hillel, who permits, will be prohibited in the time to come, like the opinion of Beis Shammai, who are stringent. However, regarding the slaughtering of the wild ox with the fins of Lubavitcher and the innovation, it is to be lenient that Hashem will permit the slaughtering that is not kosher in this present time. How is it possible that specifically in the time to come many prohibitions and stringencies like that of Beis Shammai will be instituted instead of the permitted and lenient laws of Beis Hillel in the present time, when in essence the time to come there will be no need for prohibition and stringencies, and most certainly there will be no need to institute new prohibitions and stringencies whose idea is to negate and the possibility and room for undesirable matters, since in the time to come the undesirable matters will be no more. As the verse says, I will remove the spirit of impurity from the earth, and there will be added in more new matters in holiness, beginning with the general phenomena of novel Torah insights will come forth from me. Regarding the reason for the new ruling, as the opinion of Beis Shammai, the view then of the majority of the scholars of the Jewish people will be like the opinion of Beis Shammai, who is smarter. We will find similar to this in the present time in the laws of which they counted Beis Shammai was more than Beis Hillel. They made a count and they found Beis Shammai to be the majority. And it's clearly stated in the Talmud that day was hard for the Jewish people as the day they made the golden calf. A terrible thing, the complete opposite of the perfection of the novel Torah insights will come from me in the time to come. And it is appropriate to explain from the source for adding an innovation in the mitzvahs of the Torah of the day of Mashiach and Jewish law and the laws of kings and the kings of Mashiach in the time of the Rambam's code of law. After the Rambam explains that the Torah testifies about the king Mashiach, as the verse says, and Hashem, your God, will return your captives, and continues also in the passage of Bilam. It says this, that he prophesies and he elaborated in the explaining the verse. He adds in the following law, also regarding the refugee cities, he says, if Hashem will widen your boundaries, and you shall add for your 3 more cities, and this never happened. And Hashem does not command for nothing. And when we say that this command will be fulfilled in the days of Mashiach, which then there will be an addition to the completeness in the mitzvah of the city of refuge. And it was explained at length elsewhere that the additional proof for the city of refuge is emphasized that the coming of Mashiach is a matter of certainty also from the perspective of mitzvah of the Torah, in addition to the fact that the Torah testifies about him in general, and that fulfillment of the mitzvah's refuge city in its completeness, and you shall add for you another 3 cities will be Hashem your God will widen your boundaries in the days of Mashiach, and beginning that the promise for the redemption is the detail, and in the rule of the mitzvah of the Torah it gains the eternal strength of the mitzvahs of the Torah. And the Rambam writes at the conclusion of the elaboration in the center point that the Torah and its laws are forever and ever, and we do not add to them nor do we decrease from them. A command remains forever and ever, and it has no change, no distraction, and no addition as brought above. And we may say that this is with the emphasis of the phenomenon of the redemption as in the detail of a mitzvah of the Torah, which has no addition through an addition in a mitzvah of the days of Mashiach, as the wording of a verse, and you shall add for you 3 more cities, hints to the fact that whenever we find that in the day of Mashiach there will be a change, decrease, or a decrease or addition in matters of Torah mitzvahs. For example, the change of the law being the shul of Shammai, and the decrease in the law of slaughtering through permitting the slaughtering with wild ox with the fins of Leviathan, and the addition of new Torah sites. This is not a change, decrease, or addition in the Torah, rather similar to the addition of refugee city, the source in the Jewish law for an addition in Torah and mitzvahs in the day of Mashiach. That this addition in the part of mitzvah now, the framework of the mitzvah is that in the days of Mashiach they will add 3 more cities. That through this the completeness of the mitzvah is accomplished, we shall explain. And first the explanation in the addition of the 3 cities in refuge in the days of Mashiach, for seemingly is not understood. What is the unique phenomenon in the addition of 3 cities of refuge in the day of Mashiach to such an extent that it gives the strength and eternity of the promise of the coming of Mashiach, being that it is an integral part of the mitzvah of the city of refuge. Furthermore, the content of the mitzvah of the city of refuge is seemingly the opposite of the content of the coming of Mashiach, for the need for a city for revenge is another, is any murderer can run there. And in the days of Mashiach there will certainly cease to be an existence of killing someone, not even by mistake, as known for the discussion explaining the need for cities of refuge, even 6 cities, and most certainly you shall add for you 3 more cities, 9 cities in the days of Mashiach. And nevertheless, the promise of the coming Mashiach is emphasized specifically in the addition of the 3 cities of refuge. And when we say the explanation of above, the Torah, there are in general 2 aspects: a precious treasure, which is your treasure, and Torah being the wisdom of Hashem, which is above world, only it descends below to earth. I gave it to the earth, giving it below to the earth in order to accomplish that the world be in accordance with the instruction of the Torah, both through action do good, as well as through resistance turn away from evil. And more specifically, the difference between Torah and mitzvah. Torah is the wisdom of Hashem, and mitzvahs do and do not do are instructions to the person how to act in the world. And likewise within Torah itself, studying the wisdom of the Torah as a purpose in itself, not as it is pertinent to actual practice, makes the Torah broader and mightier, expound and receive reward in the study in order to know what to do and not what not to do. And within the study of wisdom of the Torah itself is the difference between the revealed part of the Torah and the hidden part of the Torah. In the revealed part of the Torah, the main emphasis is on the accomplishment of refining the world, and through the details of the laws of prohibition and permitted, pure and impure, valid and invalid, and therefore it is called the tree of good and bad, the tree of knowledge of good and bad, named so due to it being vested in worldly matters, to refine the good from the bad, to separate between the invalid and the prohibited and the impure, from the valid and the permitted and the pure, and also the investment in false claims, to extract the truth from the false, in law of whether one is obligated or free of obligation to pay another, whereas the hidden part of the Torah is called Ilah Deshei, the tree of life. However, there is nothing from the side of evil, from the impure spirit, being that it does not involve the refinement of good from evil, rather only sparks about matters of godliness. Know that God is your Father, and in this matter is emphasized the general difference between the present time and the days of Mashiach. In the present time, the main service is in refining the world, which is mainly accomplished through studying and revealing parts of the Torah, the 6 orders of the Mishnah, including and through discussion in the Talmud and authorities and Rishonim and Acharnim regarding matters of prohibited and permitted, impure and pure, obligated or exempt, only that also for the service of refinement through the revealed part of the Torah there is a need for studying the hidden part of the Torah, so that the godliness in the Torah shall shine through his soul. However, in the days of Mashiach, after the completeness of the service of refinement, when the bad will be separated from the good, the fulfillment of Torah and mitzvahs will not be in order to refine refinements, rather to unify lofty unions of godly revelations, all through the inner part of the Torah, fulfilling the mitzvahs with lofty intentions and internal dimensions of the mitzvahs and their hidden reasons, only that then also they will need to know the laws of prohibition and permitted, impure and pure. However, the revealed part will be common knowledge of every Jew, knowing it from the beginning and never forgetting it here, and hence no need to be occupied in its study. And we may say that this is also the content and the difference of the six refugee cities in the present time, and add for you 3 more cities in the days of Mashiach. The mitzvah of refugee cities is connected to the connection of the sin of the tree of knowledge, the source of all sins. As it says in the Midrash, why was he expelled Adam from the Garden of Eden after the sin of the tree of knowledge? Since he brought death to the coming generations, as he deserved to be killed immediately, only that you had mercy on him and you expelled him, just like when someone kills by mistake and he is exiled from his place to a refugee city. And more specifically, this is connected to the correction of every sin. It is known that every sin in a way, slaying a person by mistake, as the verse says, spilling the blood of man in a man, which is the concept of spilling the blood and vitality of a man, of a holiness, the part of Torah, the man of negativity, the evil inclination, only that this is the matter of slaying a person by accident, unwillingly, since the true will of every single Jew is to do all the mitzvahs and to stay distant from transgression, only that his evil inclination overcame him like being forced. And the action of the sin is unknowingly. In the word of our sages, a person does not do a sin only if a spirit of foolishness enters him. Moreover, and also important, that Hashem brought it to him. The verse says, the awesome one Hashem devised a plot of mankind, and plot was posed on him. And the connection of this is through being exiled to a refugee city, which alludes to the Torah as the word of our sages. The words of our Torahs are refuge, and namely that the Torah is a refuge where a person occupies himself in it to guard him and save him from the one avenging the blood, the angel of death, the Satan, the evil inclination. Moreover, through it, the correlation of spilling the blood and vitality of man, of the holiness is accomplished, since a new vitality of the Torah life is drawn forth. And in the days of Mashiach, after the complete refinement of the world, there will be cities of refuge in high form. It is known that also in the days of Mashiach, when the service of the Jewish people are refining the good from the evil and will be completed, and they will reach completeness that was before the sin of the tree of knowledge, there will be there will still be the existence of bad in the world, and therefore there will still remain the need for cities of refuge to eliminate the possibility for undesirable matters that are possible as a result of the existence of the bad in the world. Just as before the sin of the tree of knowledge, there was possibility for the idea of sin due to the existence of the negativity in the world. And this is the elimination of the possibility for an undesirable matter as accomplished through you should add for you another 3 cities in addition to the new type of refugee cities. A new revelation and words of Torah are refuge. Namely, the phenomena of new Torah insights will be revealed from me, the revelation of the reasons of the Torah, the deepest aspect of the Torah. For since the deep aspects of the Torah are above and beyond connection and refinement of good and bad, therefore it is the refuge of the person in the matter that it eliminates even the possibility for an undesirable matter. And when we say that the cities of the refuge in present time, 6 cities, correspond to the 6 orders of the Mishnah, including their explanation in the Talmud, in which the laws of the prohibited and permitted, impure and pure, obligated and exempt, make it clear through which the refinement of the world is accomplished. And the cities of refuge that will be added in the days of Mashiach, 3 cities corresponding to the addition and innovation of the Torah in general, a trifold Torah, 3 cities through the revelation of the deep part of the Torah. And this will be a greater appreciation since the 3 cities that will be added in the day of Mashiach are in the cities of Kenini, Kenizi, and Kadmani, which was promised by means of covenant of our forefather Avram, as of yet have not been conquered. And about them it is said that the Torah, that if you do the will of Hashem will widen your boundaries. And it is known that the conquering of the land of the 7 nations in the correlating aspect of the soul is a phenomenon of the refinement of the attribute, which is general service in the present time, and the conquering of the 3 nations, Kenini, Kenizi, and Kadmani, in the correlating aspects of the soul and the phenomena of the refinement of these faculties of intellect that will be in the days of the Mashiach, which then there will be the revelation of novel Torah insights will be revealed by me, innovating that in the day of Mashiach the law will be like Beis Shammai. And the first explanation of the argument of Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel, Beis Shammai prohibits and Beis Hillel permits, and the argument in regarding to the which matter the Torah refines the world. Regarding matters that are certainly undesirable, all agree that the refinement is in a way of pushing away. The left pushes away impure, prohibited, and invalid matters that are currently permitted, matters that one is allowed to do if one wants, according to all the opinions and refinements in the matter of bringing close. The right brings close, pure, permitted, and valid, through using them for the sake of heaven. All your actions shall be for the sake of heaven, and all your ways shall know Hashem, which through this they are refined and elevated to holiness, and matters that is a doubt that they need to be pushed away or if they can, and therefore they must be brought close and elevated to holiness, being that the bad is not evident, if not evident, actual and clear, rather merely in potential or the like Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel argue. Beis Shammai, which the source of the soul is from the level of servitude, their intellect is inclined to be stringent, to push away and prohibit also the matters that the bad in them is merely a potential in hiding. In Beis Hillel, which the source of their soul is from the level of kindness, their intellect is included in to be lenient, to bring close permitted matters to do and not have bad actually in the revealed way. And the difference is also hinted in their names. Shammai, the name of Hashem, he evaluates his ways, and he evaluates his ways at the height of caution, even from hidden bad, and when he finds that they have hidden bad, he pushes them away and prohibits them. And Hillel, idiom of Bahilo, which when the shine of his lamp was on my head, which is the concept of light and revelation, drawing the light of holiness also in a place that there is a bad and potential and is hiding. And when we add the difference between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel is also the level of Torah through which the refinement of the world is accomplished. Beis Shammai is smarter, the higher level in Torah study, the potential in Torah, the deeper aspect of Torah, which with this power it is a possible to refine not only the openly revealed bad, but also the hidden bad, whereas Beis Hillel, who learned the Torah and it relates to practice and was revealed in the real part of Torah, their job is not to refine the hidden part, and is such a situation that the goal is not to refine the hidden bad. It is prohibited to push away all matters. Is prohibited to push away matters that can be brought close and elevated to holiness. And therefore, in the present time, when the state of the world is that most people do not relate to the level of Beis Shammai to evaluate and be meticulous in their conduct at the height of caution, even from the hidden bad, and to refine it through the level of Torah, the law is like Beis Hillel, the view of Beis Shammai, where it is in contradiction to that of Beis Hillel, if no significance, to the extent that when they made a count and Beis Shammai was more than Beis Hillel that day, was hard for the Jewish people, like the day upon which they made the golden calf, since through matters they could have been elevated to holiness, since being pushed away from the realm of holiness, automatically power is added to the realm of negativity. However, in the days of Mashiach, the law will be like Beis Shammai, being that the nature of the thinking process, the Jewish scholar will change, befitting the change in the state of the world. In the days of Mashiach, in accordance with the rule, a judge must follow what his eyes see to be correct, as the opinion of Beis Shammai, for after the refinement of good and bad will be complete, everyone will be a state of evaluating his ways, to be meticulous and evaluate their conduct at the height of caution, even from the hidden bad concealed and in the potential, including eliminating the possibility for an undesirable matter through pushing away matters that have hidden bad, since in the world there still exists of bad, and this will be through the revelation of a higher level in Torah, smarter, perceived by all Jewish people. Novel Torah insights will come forth from me, the reasons and the secret of the Torah being that they are above and beyond connection to the refinement of the world, even the mere possibility for desirable matters, and eliminating that through them. And when we add that when we find something similar to the law being like Beis Shammai in connection with the holiday of Shavous, the time of the giving of our Torah, when the whole Torah was given, including also the novel Torah insights that will come forth from me, similar to the innovation of the law being like Beis Shammai in the days of Mashiach. At the conclusion of the laws of Shavous, and the Alter Rebbe writes, it is prohibited to fast on the day following Shavous according to the primary Jewish law, since it was a day of sacrificial slaughtering in the time of the Beis Hamikdash stands, namely on this day that there were Olah offerings in connection with appearing at the Beis Hamikdash, which they were not able to offer on holidays itself, since they were not human consumption. Although this is in accordance with the opinion of Beis Shammai, however, according to Beis Hillel, it is permitted to offer it in the holy day itself. Nevertheless, being that this is the matter of Beis Hillel, did not like their opinion, and many of the Jewish people conducted themselves like them and offer it after the holiday. Hence, this day following the holiday became like a holiday itself for them, thereby being prohibited to eulogize and fast on it. If even now once Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, the prohibition to eulogize and fast on this day was not annulled. And when we say the explanation of this in accordance with the inner dimension of matters, it is the Talmud, the book, the day prior to Shavuz, it is in danger to let blood, since a spirit goes out and calls slaughtering, for if it was not for the Jewish people accepting the Torah, it would have slaughtered their flesh and blood. And in Hidushe Agados Maharasha, he asked, similarly, it should have not been called slaughtering, rather slaughter, for it is coming to slaughter others. And he answered that the spirit which is in the Satan, the evil inclination, the spirit of the angel of death, who comes to slaughter the Jewish people, had they not accepted the Torah. However, once they did accept the Torah and they acquired their evil inclination, then the contrary, the Jewish people slaughtered their evil inclination. And when we say that this is also the content of the day of slaughtering, the day following Shavus, the slaughtering of the evil inclination, namely on the day before Shavus, being the giving of the Torah, a spirit goes out that comes to slaughter the Jewish people, had they not accepted the Torah. And on the following day of Shavus, after they accepted the Torah, it becomes a day of slaughtering, namely so because the Jewish people slaughtering the evil inclination. And the reason that in a matter of Beis Hillel did not like their opinion, the opinion of Beis Shammai, and many Jewish people conducted themselves like them to offer them after the holiday. I mean, we say on the holiday itself, the time of the giving of the Torah, which includes in a concealed way also the novel Torah insights that will come forth from me, the reason and secrets of the Torah, which are above and beyond connection to the refinement of evil. There is no place at all need for the slaughtering of the evil inclination, is the opinion of Beis Shammai, that due to their high level of Torah study, sharper, they negate and nullify also the hidden bad and even mere possibility for an undesirable matter, and therefore the day after the holiday of Shavous specifically is the day of slaughtering. And in addition to the innovation of the day of Mashiach and the law being as the opinion of Beis Shammai that something that was permitted in the opinion of Beis Hillel will be prohibited, as in the opinion of Beis Shammai there will also be a novel Torah insight in the time to come in permitting something that was prohibited. And Hashem will permit the slaughtering of the wild ox with a fin of leviathan. And by way of preference, that in addition to the words of the Midrash, there is a kosher form of slaughtering. Have we not been taught everyone can slaughter, and with anything one can slaughter, and any time one can slaughter besides for harvesting a sickle, a saw, a teeth, because they choke? And it's seemingly incomprehensible to also and maintain due to the law all can be slaughtered, since this is an act of slaughtering not by a human, rather by the leviathan. And the Mishnah said, a knife fell and slaughtered, it is invalid, as the verse says, you shall slaughter and you shall eat what you slaughter, you can eat. And when we say the explanation of this is the slaughtering of the wild ox with the fins of leviathan in the time to come will be by Hashem, namely that the fins of leviathan are a knife with which Hashem will slaughter the wild ox, and being the content of the novel Torah insights, this is the law of slaughtering, were not said in the first place regarding the slaughtering. This includes also regarding his slaughtering the law of what you slaughter you can eat. The slaughtering of the human being specifically was not said, being that it is by Hashem. And the explanation of the reason that the slaughtering of Hashem is unlike the slaughtering of a human being according to the laws of Torah, although he says his word to Yaakov, what he does he commands the Jewish people to do. We may say the content of the slaughtering is the meaning of the shochet, in the slaughtering of the mashach, elevating, for through it the animal is refined and elevated, namely becomes befitted for human consumption, to become part of his flesh and blood, and with this power he will do his service in serving the Creator through fulfilling Torah and mitzvahs. Hence the general phenomenon of refining and elevating matters in the world to holiness is emphasized in the content of slaughtering, including the ultimate perfection, the slaughtering of the evil inclination. And based on this, the difference between the slaughtering of a human body being the slaughtering of the human is understood. For regarding the slaughtering of a human being, being that the action of refining is the power of man, that there may be limitations in the manner of action of refinement that are expressed in the details of the law of slaughtering in Torah, and without them the slaughtering is invalid. However, with the slaughtering of Hashem, being that the action of refinement is done by Hashem, there is no limitation, and therefore in a matter of slaughtering is valid. And we may say, or we may add the explanation of the above, the addition to the 3 cities of refuge in the days of Mashiach. The law is the opinion of Beis Shammai, and the reason permitting the slaughter of the wild ox is in greater depth. And by way of preference, that was explained elsewhere regarding the general idea of negative comments that will also be heeded in the days of Mashiach, when the main service will be in doing good and staying away from evil, and negative commandments will seemingly be considered obvious and unrelated to such great time of godly relations. However, indeed, this is not the case, since negative commandments do not only make sure we do not cause blemish to our soul, rather by refraining from the negative commandments, we also draw down a very high godly revelation indeed, and they will be fulfilled in their service, namely above the holy servitudes that are higher than kindness, as known that the source of the negative commandments is higher than the source of the positive commandments, similar to the advantage and comprehension by means of elimination as a full comparison to regular comprehension. Hence their fulfillment is not through action, get up and do, rather by means of refraining and elimination, sit and do not do. And based on this we may explain the dispute between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel and the source of matter. Beis Shammai, who the source of their souls is from the aspect of servitude, holy servitudes that transcend kindliness, saw these matters in their source and potential essence and level of holy servitudes that are only revealed in the matter of comprehension by means of elimination that is higher than the regular comprehension, they are smarter. Sit and do not do. Beis Shammai prohibit not as a negative notion, rather as a positive notion, for it reveals the very high level. The Beis Hillel, who is the source of their souls from the aspect of kindness, that they saw these matters as they are apparently actually matters that are drawn forth and revealed in a manner of regular comprehension. Get up and do. Beis Hillel permitted. In the present time, when most people are not in the level of Beis Shammai to evaluate and analyze the source of matters above, on the level of holy servitudes, comprehension by means of elimination, rather they are actually and apparently, namely from them, negotiation can result in undesirable matters. It is important to have the kindness overpower the servitude, and therefore the law was ruled in the opinion of Beis Hillel kindness to the extent of the view of Beis Shammai, where it is contradicted, in which Beis Hillel has no significance. Moreover, regarding the laws that they took account, and Beis Shammai was more than Beis Hillel, the servitude power of kindness. Our sages say that on that day the severe for the Jewish people, and on that day the golden calf was made, the source for all undesirable matters. For the kindness, Beis Hillel, beginning overpowered by servitude, Beis Shammai, can result in undesirable matters. However, in days of Mashiach, when the refinement of good from evil will be complete, and there will be no reason to worry that there might be an undesirable matter, it would be a state that there can accurately analyze and evaluate the source of the matters. All will be in a state that they accurately analyze and evaluate the source of the matters above on the level of holy servitudes and the level of comprehension by means of elimination, and therefore those matters that were permitted in the present time, as in the opinion of Beis Hillel, will be prohibited in the day of Mashiach. At the opinion of the Beis Shammai, being that it will be revealed in them the advantage and perfection of the holy servitudes that are above kindness, which are drawn forth in the manner similar to that of comprehension by means of elimination. And based on this, we may explain also the content of the phenomenon of cities of refuge for one who slays a person in the days of Mashiach. Slaying a person, the source of the all undesirable matters that we will command to refrain from, symbolize the source of the advantage of the negative commandments, holy severities that transcend kindness, comprehension by means of elimination. And the sitting of the murderer in the refugee city symbolizes Torah study. Words of Torah are refuge, and especially through a new revelation in Torah, he will add 3 more cities for you. The reason and the secrets of the Torah, also the source of the negative commandments, the concept of comprehension by means of elimination, will be drawn forth and revealed in the matter of intellectual understanding, namely that even the loftiest matters which on their own cannot be revealed through regular comprehension, rather only with comprehension by means of elimination, will be drawn forth and revealed by the power of Hashem in a matter of regular comprehension. And when we say that this phenomenon is emphasized at least in one matter also regarding literal action, in the permitted of the slaughtering of the wild ox with the fins of Leviathan, also something that is in the realm of comprehension by means of elimination that cannot be comprehended in the regular day, which therefore it is prohibited to eat, since it cannot come in the form that is capable of becoming part of one's flesh and blood, will be drawn forth and revealed in a manner regular comprehension, which therefore it will be permitted to be eaten, that will be internalized in some part of the one's flesh and blood. And this explanation why this phenomenon is emphasized specifically in the parenting of the slaughtering of the wild ox with the fin of the Leviathan. We may say in Hasidic discourse the difference between the Leviathan and the wild ox in the service of man is explained. The Leviathan, whose place in the water, the hidden world, denotes the service in the spiritual realm in uniting lofty unions of godly revelations, and the wild ox that is in the dry land revealed world denotes the service in the physical realm in refining the world, and each one has an advantage over the other. The service in the spiritual realm of Leviathan is a matter of evaluating above, researching exceedingly high lights. However, it does not have the completeness of drawing down below. Pardon me. On the other hand, the service of the physical realm is in a matter of drawing down below. However, it does not have the virtue of the very high lights, and in the time to come the two virtues joined together, that the highest lights will be revealed also below through levies and slaughtering and elevating. Shochet, slaughter, means to draw forth the wild animal, namely the virtue of the high lights. The ascent through the Leviathan will be revealed in the matter of service below, the wild ox. Namely, the slaughtering of the wild ox is in the content of the culmination of our toiling and our service of refining the world in general, and therefore it will be a revealed ultimate completeness of the general service, that even the most loftiest matters of comprehension by means of elimination, Leviathan and heaven world, will be drawn forth in a matter of regular comprehension, the wild ox and the revealed world, which therefore Hashem will permit the eating of the wild ox using a prohibition from the slaughtering through novel Torah insights will come from me, and that even the highest level of Torah from me specifically that is not possible to reach in present time and is only possible to comprehend by means of elimination will come forth from me, that it will leave and descend below in a matter of regular comprehension. All the Jewish people will be great scholars and know the hidden matters and grasp the knowledge of their Creator as the capability of man, as the verse says, for the world is full, revealed world with the knowledge of Hashem, as the waters cover the earth. Thank you for watching. Hag Sameach, Zay Gebench.